Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Survival Challenge. This morning, we are going to be planting this field with sorghum. So, no need to delay. We'll get right to it. All right, so we got sorghum in what I think is our biggest field. This will be our next to biggest field, and what's going to go in there is going to be canola. But before we do that, I think we're going to go ahead and get our planter here and head to the smallest field that we have and plant some sugar beets. Let's see if I can sneak in here and get some seeds. I'm hoping this will let us plant sugar beets in this field without actually having to plow it. But we'll see. If we put a root crop in it, we're definitely going to have to plow it next time. But this time we should be okay. Or not. My guess is this is not a direct drill. All right. So we park it here. And we go get the subsoiler. I'm cutting across here. All right, so we have a field of sorghum, we have a field of sugar beets, and now we are going to have a field of canola. The goal, I think, is to put in a mill that will make flour, oils, and sugar. So I think that is our next big acquisition, other than this piece of land over here to our right. But right now, we're going to put in some canola. And that is all of our fields planted. So it's almost lunch. So I'm going to take a break here and then we'll figure out what we're going to do this afternoon. All right, I have a plan for this afternoon, but before we get to that, we're going to put fertilizer on all these fields we just seeded. All right, that's everything fertilized. Now, since we plowed both of these fields, we shouldn't have to worry about weeds at all. The other field that we planted canola in, we are definitely going to have to worry about weeds in that field, but we'll figure that out when the time comes. For right now, I'm not going to stress over it. So I'm going to head back to the farm. I'll meet you guys over there, and I'll tell you what we're going to do with the rest of the day. Okay, now that everything is fertilized, we need to get on with the rest of our day. And what we're going to do is we're going to sell all of our silage. We currently have, let's see, we currently have 366,436 liters of silage. We're going to go ahead and set that to selling. And I think what that's going to do is give us enough money to buy this new piece of property. Now, I know I'm buying property quickly, but I think this is going to be all the property we buy for a while. It's going to give us plenty of land to function with. We have lots of fields now, and we'll be able to clear out this section right here and start building our yard and any other productions that we might need. So we currently have 64,675. Let's go to our map here. And that costs 48,760. We're going to go ahead and buy it. All right, and we still have almost 16,000 left, but we're going to be cutting some trees, and that's going to bring us some big money. So we should be able to clear this out, build a yard, and perhaps even put down a production. So I'm going to start clearing some trees. I may do a few of those on camera, but for the most part, I'm going to do all of our logging off camera. It's just very repetitive, and you guys have seen it before, and you don't necessarily need to see me cut a bunch of trees down. All right, so here's some progress that I've made thus far. Here's 6 more trees. They are cut into 9-meter lengths. Again, 9 meters is the ideal length to cut a log to maximize its profits. Farms Him Snowy did a video about this. It's very detailed, not terribly long, but really interesting and very detailed and the very controlled so that the results are accurate. But 9 meters is the length. So we're going to go ahead and sell these. I got everything except for there. So yeah, looks like we got about 15.5 for those 6 trees. You know, that you're going to get more or less depending on how thick the trunk of the tree is. But we're making good progress. You can see how far we've progressed now. So I'm going to cut a few more and make a little more money. Try maybe cut all the way back over to this field here, and then we'll talk about planting the field and creating our yard. All right, so I have 10 logs there. They're all cut into 9-meter lengths. We are going to sell them. See what we end up with. All right, we're doing really well. We have $86,000. I'm going to do a little more mowing and pick up this grass, and then we'll talk about the yard. So we got an extra 46,000 liters of grass out of this one little spot right here. That's pretty impressive. I'm not sure this is exactly where the yard is going to go yet. Still working that out. But I do know that we need to plant that field over there, and I think we can do it before dark. So that's our next order of business. All right. I don't know if we're going to need to plow this or not. We might. And it appears that yes, we are. That's okay. I didn't want to plant that with sugar beets anyway. So it's a good thing that didn't happen. All right, let's grab the plow, get that plowed, and then I want to plant it in sunflowers. Huh, never seen that before. Cotton is not available on this map. That's just very odd. All right, well, we're going to plant sunflowers, and we know those are available because we harvested some earlier. So I'm going to try to get these planted and done before dark. Well, we got a ton done today. We have more land now. We've got it all seeded and or planted and fertilized. The only thing we need to worry about with weeds is our canola field over here, but everything else should be fine. And our next step is just to figure out where our new yard is going to be. Really excited about the progress that we've made and the progress that we're going to make. So, if you like this video, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up or a subscription. If you did not like this video, then please post a comment and tell me why. Either way, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time.